Leh is the administrative capital of Ladakh. This region includes reported rock art sites as Taru. The first rock art site of Leh's sub-region. It has numerous captivating panels covered with distinct activities of human and animal figures, including the depiction of their association with each other. Some more depictions of jumble animal figures engraved in a row. Hunting scene. Stylized animal figure of ibex, particularly emphasizing on its long horns, are seen on weathered rock surfaces. At the rock art site of Chilling Valley, wide collection of stylized animal and human figures, astronomical symbols, hunting scene, superimposition of miscellaneous figures are seen on beautiful panel of rock surfaces. Some of them are depicted as decorated elephant, yak, a leaping deer, peacock, astronomical symbols such as star and a crescent moon, cavaliers in a row, human association, a vertical panel of long-horned ibexes, a close view of hunting scene of a large animal, bull hunting, a correlation of astronomical symbols with hunting, Tibetan inscription, etc. The rock art site of Nurla. Here we can see artistically engraved depiction of hunting scenes, human and animal association, animal figures of ibexes and dogs, etc.
The ibex is being a part of their ritual tradition. They worship him during the New Year of Ladakh, which they locally called as Losar. And they make the images of ibex out of dough and bake it and worship it on that day. Similarly, we find that organs, male organ of ibex and also the conceived part image of ibex in the rock art tradition, which they connected with their fertility cult.
The figure of ibex is generally depicted in the rock art of Ladakh, has relevance in contemporary culture of Ladakh too. It represents the local tradition of the area. The next rock art site is Sumur, which is known for exhibiting figures engraved using especially bruising technique. This site depicts palm impressions and figures of long-horned ibexes, hunting scenes with astronomical designs, etc. The rock art site of Sankin have engraved figures of swastika, geometric style human figures, warriors, animal figures, human with raising hands in a row, jumble of animal figures with long horns, etc. Traces of human vandalism are also seen here. People make frequent attempts by scratching and writing their names, marks, etc. on these rock art boulders. At the Likse rock art site, we will see a panel covered with engraving of a mask-like figure and hunting scene. A peacock, humped bull, animal figure and sun motifs, etc. The close views of bull and yak, hunting and jumble of animal and human figures are engraved in such a way that catches everyone's attention immediately. Many palm impressions with elongated fingers are shown along with these engravings. Sham subregion. The Sham Valley along the lower Indus, primarily downstream from Saspol, is one of the most concentrated petroglyph sites of Ladakh. Sham region contains the rock art sites of Khalsi Bridge. The Khalsi rock art site is located on the bank of Indus River. The engravings are found on the huge boulders are of panther, ibexes, humans and animal figures, hunting scenes, stylized tortoise, ritual activities, representation of monasteries, stupas with inscriptions, etc. Domkar rock art site is repository of one of the finest collections of rock art, both artistically as well as antiquity, scattered widely all over on the dark and shiny surfaces of the large boulders lying near river area. Mostly the figures observed here are of human stretching hands, horse, stylized yak with long horns, stylized horse with huge body, swastika, ibexes, hunting scene, cock, stylized panthers, stag with long horn and decorative body, etc. The main highlights of rock art site of Bema are hunting scenes, different human activities, close view of ibexes, stylized human and animal figures. Some other features are human standing in a row, human and ibexes in a row, human with raising hands and ibexes, ibex and bull, couple and stick-shape ibexes. Nubra sub-region. The next sub-region is Nubra. Nubra Valley is formed by the mighty Karakoram range on its north and Ladakh range to the south. There are three major rock art sites discovered and documented in Nubra Valley, namely Sasoma and Diskit. The first rock art site of Nubra sub-region is Sasoma. On this site, we find the stylistic representation of dancing figures, jumble of long-horned ibexes, stylized horses, horses in motion, a group of animal figures with geometric designs in general. The main attraction of the site is the group of horses, figures engraved stylistically on grey boulders, and horse with raised mane and male organs are very typical of the site. The next rock art site of Nubra region is Diskit. It has figures of horse riders and palm impression, jumble of animal figures, battle scene, stylized animal and human figures, hunting scene and ibexes, cavalier, monastery, inscription. Changthang sub-region. The Changthang area is located in the eastern region of Ladakh, bordering Tibet and China. The first rock art site of this sub-region is Trishul. There is an assemblage of few rocks with different subjects and style of art. The whole area is now turned into a park by the army known as Trishul Petroglyphs Park. Some of the rock art figures are huge stylized animal figures with the decorated body, humped bull and hunting scene, yak, palm impression, human and animal figures, etc. Kargil and Zanskar sub-region. The second largest town in Ladakh after Leh is Kargil. The Kargil and Zanskar sub-region comprises the sites of Kargil bypass. Akshamal rock art site contains the depictions of soldiers and animal figures. Hunting scene, human and animal figures. Palm impressions, human with headdress. Concentric circle, geometric symbols, etc. In next rock art sites of Tilmache, Buddhist affiliated sculptures and paintings were noticed.
We have continuity of tradition in the form of money stones also. That since from the prehistory, we have its own history of the petroglyphs which took the form of the linear shape in earlier stages in the rock art, and slowly it took the bas relief in the form of the images, giving the frontal part of it as a developmental phase. And similarly in the later stage we have full scope sculptures or three-dimensional images. So in the Ladakh region, that all the three phases are being represented. Rock art is not an isolated art which has no context. It is within the context which is intrinsic to their mythology, religious beliefs and lifestyle.
This art should be protected in order to preserve the history of ancient society by spreading awareness among the locals that may help us in tracing and establishing a prehistoric origin and antiquity of the area.